Hello and welcome to Dr. Yakman's Nintendo Power Checklist. These are items that are in my binder. I mentioned in previous videos that I have more goodies that I either don't have on display or just didn't put in those other videos, but here we start. So on the left side, you'll see I got a handwritten list of, I want to say that there's 175 cards to what's called the Super Power Club trading card set. Now, the ones that I've got on display here were the ones that were pre-cut and they were sold in a pack in the catalog. And these had like a gold foil on them. So I'm going to go page by page here. They only gave you, I can't remember how many was in the set, but it wasn't the full set. As you can see, there's an empty spot here. I may do another video just on the Super Power Club trading cards set, but this just right here is the collector's edition of the cards. This set, like the magazine, was color-coded, the red ones being NES, the purple ones being Game Boy, and the green ones being Super Nintendo. There were actually duplicates of some of the games, like if they had a version of Yoshi on Game Boy and a version of Yoshi on NES, I believe. So, and you can kind of see the backs of the cards over here. They were challenges, and in the magazine itself, there was 6 cards. If you got, I think, matched up, then you win a contest or whatever. They would print it in the back of the magazine, or they would put a card sheet, which I'll show you here in a moment. Yeah, the cards are pretty cool. They're pretty nice. They even do obscure stuff like Dr. Franken here, so. This binder will contain more than the cards. The cards are just up front. I may make another binder for these later because this binder is really thick and it's got a tight fit, so some great games that they selected to make cards of here. Final Fantasy Adventure, which is actually Seiken Densetsu 1, one of my favorite games. And then here's the sheets as they came in the magazine. Now, these were from extra magazines that I had over the years, or I started tearing them out of some of the magazines to try to put together a collection, which, again, I have not done yet completely, fully. I may, again, in the future, make a video just solely based on that, but I'm a little afraid that I might be missing a couple of the cards. So, on to some more cards. We have, this was from, it says right here, Nintendo Power. This, I believe I know that in the mainline magazine, whenever these perforated or punch-out cards came in the magazine, I took a picture of them either in the magazine or these separately. Now, this one is for Donkey Kong Country 2. This page right here, although look at the back of this. This has like some kind of thing. I'm not too sure. It says Nintendo Power, but I'm not too sure if that came in the magazine or if that came through something else, because this looks like something else. I can't remember exactly. This I know came in the magazine. It's for Mortal Kombat 3. These, the Killer Instinct long cards, these you would purchase from the Nintendo Power Super Power Supplies catalog, which is where I also got those collector's edition of the trading cards with the gold foil. So these were pretty cool cards. They were like profile cards for each of the characters. And then the last card was Idol, the boss of the first game. Also in the Super Power Supplies catalog were the Pogs. Here's just a bunch of Mario random ones. Next I have Super Metroid, which I want to get another set of these to either put in my Metroid, because I have binders dedicated to like Pokemon, Metroid, Zelda, Mario. And then there's a giant Nintendo one that just has a bunch of different Nintendo things that aren't like dedicated to those games. Animal Crossing. And then I got another binder up there for retail. Oh boy, it's getting stuck already. This is just chock full. Retail, like gaming retailers and gaming mags, and then third-party goodies that I've got in another binder. This is for Super Punch-Out, which also came with a slammer. I'm moving it inside the plastic there so you can see the character that was underneath there. Some of them came with slammers, some of them didn't. This one's a greatest of all time. I had the in one of my moves, or in some way or another, I lost it. I had the Earthbound ones, but none of these have Earthbound on them, but there's Kirby and Link. There was a couple of them that I didn't get, but I got some of my favorite franchises. Boy, this really wants to stick. All right, here's Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2. Next page, one of my favorites, Killer Instinct again. And it says Nintendo Power here. And this one came with a slammer. That was KI. Most of these had nothing on the back of them, so they were just mainly for collecting purposes, and I never punched them out. These actually came in some cellophane here, which I never took out. And this was like a set, but they broke them up. Instead of having a big long board or a big board, they just had 3 boards of these to punch out. But I never punched them out. This was for Mega Man X, which I don't know why I got this one, but yet I don't have the the Earthbound one, which are probably the most valuable Pogs in the world. Here are some Superpower stamps. They would give you these whenever you ordered something from the catalog. I kept all of them except for, obviously when I used them. But I kept the envelopes that they came in. Big presentation for just basically an envelope that had 2 of the stamps. The stamps were, bigger than like a postage stamp. And you would put them on there and you get like $2 off or $3 off or $4, however many you saved up. And speaking of the catalog, these are just extra catalogs that I have. Now, I covered the catalogs in the mainline video series in the early 90s when they would do these. But these are just some extra ones so that you can see them again. These were ones that I either obtained through where I work or extra ones that they gave me. Whenever you made an order, you usually got another one back with some of the stamps in there. To get more money off your next purchase. That's how they get you. The catalog was so much fun. Now later on, the catalog was not necessarily replaced, but like in Nintendo of America, they did catalog stuff, or before and after the Superpower Supplies catalog. You would have Club Nintendo, Nintendo.com, My Nintendo is what they've got now, that kind of thing. I talked about this in another video. I had that system holder up there, but got lost in a move or stolen or whatever. Some of these are ripped apart. The more complete ones, or the fully complete ones, are in my magazines of whichever magazine that they came with. So... And that was not all the catalogs, by the way. That was just some of them that I had extras of. Now, this was a bonus offer. I think this was folded. I can see the fold here. And I can't remember if it came in the magazine, but it is Superpower Supplies, so it is Nintendo Power related. And these were items that they did sell in the magazine. I do believe that they changed this Star Fox one, because I have this a couple of Star Fox shirts and none of them are like this, and I don't remember this actually being in the catalog. But sometimes they would do this goofy stuff here. This Andros shirt, maybe that was a real thing. I've never seen it in person though, or in the catalog from what I can remember. And then on the back of this, it has like a little customer, these items that you ordered are shipping separately, blah, 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 that kind of thing. So here's a Future Publishing, I want to say, that tell you the very first, this very issue, Future US Inc. has taken over. So I probably already have that in the magazine, but on the back of this, there's a little ESRB thing. Now, this is a cover that they had as a wraparound for when you... oh, wait, no, this was not a wraparound. This was a... when you first joined the Superpower Club, they gave you this kind of like thanks for subscribing packet. Here's another one. That's mine. This one's a little bit of a thicker packet. I think there's a bunch of goodies in the inside. I kept everything. Some people are like, that's crazy. Well, I kept them all. And then this is a club members only letter. I did not include this in the video about the letters because, again, I just kept these in the magazine. I may add some or take away some of these as time goes on when I go to reorganize this stuff, but there you go. This was, I believe, an insert in the magazine itself for... They didn't want you to lose your subscription and then lose your Power Club number and all that stuff, so please subscribe again, which I kept subscribing all throughout that whole time. And then this is the Power Club, another kind of like explaining it. You get stamps, you get the catalog, you get the cards, you get extra stuff in the volumes, blah, blah, blah. This is in a bag that one of the magazines came in, or sometimes they would be multiple magazines. They usually included the catalog, a loose catalog, in the back of the magazine or inside the magazine with this bag so that it wouldn't fall out. And these were like order forms that were used. I kept those too. I kept everything. I like that little vulture there. This, I'm not too sure. I think this was after Future had already taken over. Or no, wait a minute. This isn't Future yet because it still has a very old address on there. Not too sure. I think usually when you re-upped your subscription, they would give you a choice of a strategy guide that you could get, or I'm sorry, a player's guide that you could get. This was a bag and an insert of the front here, which had my address on it, but it was for a renewal savings card, so they would give you a discount for renewing. This, I believe, was around the time of Future, so some people would get bags and some people wouldn't, depending on, you know, what insert that they would put in there. This is a last issue insert, and that's what I was trying to talk about before, because this is what they would wrap around the covers, ruin the covers basically. So forecast, you gotta renew your subscription to Nintendo Power. Now this opens up because it's wrapped around the magazine, but as you can see, I had to tear it off from the cover. And then here's an emergency alert. This is your last issue. We're not kidding. It's funny. Yeah, I tried to collect basically all of these. It's impossible though, because there's I don't even know how many different ones they did. It seemed like they did one for every season. So like 4 different ones per year, and they did that for years and years. Obviously, they would either put a sticker on the cover of the magazine, they would actually print it in the corner of the magazine, they would do a wraparound cover, or they'd have an insert in a bag in front of the cover to tell you or warn you this is your last issue. And this clown was there for 1 year. He showed up multiple times telling you to resubscribe. You dumb bastard, why haven't you resubscribed yet? This was later. I think this is I don't see Future's name on it, but close to that time. Last issue alert, don't miss out. Yes, I kept all of those. In a previous video, I showed you the Wizard Pocket Power. This is actually the real one that I had from when I went to go see the movie, so I have an extra one, but it's kind of a little bit more battered, so I just kept it in this book, kept it separate. But before then, I got this Nintendo Power sticker, which I've never used any of those, the ones that came with the magazine or whatever, which might seem goofy to some of you guys, but, you know, some of these stickers I took off, the last issue stickers, because I was very careful with taking them off and then putting them in here. And yeah, there's the Pocket Power. That's beat up from when I went to the theater to go see The Wizard. Now these are in magazine holders. These are actual magazines with the covers on them. Now these are duplicate magazines. There's probably some Power Club cards, yeah, in the back of some of these. Advertisements for PowerFest. But yeah, this is your last issue. And this one is Astrological Forecast. These are covers that I already have loose or ripped off, but I kept them anyway. Attached to the magazine so that you could see what they were like. And then this is another one that was kind of like, this was around the time I think Virtual Boy was out, maybe, or Virtual Boy was coming. The same kind of look as the Virtual Boy one. And then here's one where you're going to get shredded if you don't have the magazine. This is right here. That's Saber Wolf. I had so many copies of this one to try to get all the goodies and the inserts in this, because this first one that I had this silly cover on it, which ruins the binding because you got to rip it away from there. And I didn't like that. Here's another one where they actually printed it on the magazine itself here. It says, "The end is near, renew inside." So like I said, sometimes they had stickers, sometimes they print them, sometimes they put covers on them. Here's another one where they put a silly cover on it. Boy, that's really tight. And it's screwing up the binding. Oh boy. Hopefully I don't knock over the camera trying to get to this. I'm just going to have to hold it in place. Oh boy. Yeah, these magazine holders are a little bit more rough than the ones that I had before. Here's another one. It has Star Fox and Mario Kart and GoldenEye on it. This is your last issue. And then here's another one with the sticker on it, which I believe I had a copy of that sticker before that you saw that was ripped off. Or not ripped off, but carefully taken off. And then here's all my order forms for a Superpower Supplies catalog. I ordered lots of stuff, as you can see. And some of which is not featured in this video, or in these videos that I do about the catalog supplies stuff, because they're missing, or I lost them in a move, or they were stolen from me, or I sold them later on, or this, that, or the other. But I bought a lot. Let's just say that. That was where most of my money went to when I was a kid. Which I look back at it now and I really wish I would have not bought some things and did buy other things. But, you know, we needed a time machine, right? So we can go back and get these, right? Well, thanks for watching. I'm going to show you the binding of this. It's being held up by my even bigger binder of Nintendo stuff. But I made a binding on here that says Nintendo Power. Thought about doing covers on these, but you really can only see this on the shelf like this. So there you go. And thanks for watching.